How are you going to do this?
How am I going to do what?
How are you going to read without the other screen?
I haven't even thought about that yet.
You didn't print it out?
I don't have a printer.
How do you not have a printer? Am I an old guy for having a printer?
I think.
Huh. All right. You know I print out everything.
I know. I know. But I bet I know that you know that I don't now. So
yeah, fair.
Fuck, I can't see you if I do this.
Still the same, buddy. Just as handsome, just a little sunburnt.
No, I'm just trying to get this where I can see shit. Okay, yeah, that'll work.
All right, play the music.
You want to play? Okay, let's do it.
The countdown going on right now. Morrow up to Schultz. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles?
Welcome to the morning skate.
All right, I figured it out.
Welcome to what'd you figure out? Welcome to the morning skate. By the way, this is your host Ked and Brownie. What'd you figure out?
So when we do full screen,
yeah,
okay,
sure.
Then that graphic slowly comes at you like you're on mushrooms. Okay. If it's not full screen, you can see that graphic and us at the same time.
I was told that there's these new chocolate bars going around upstate New York, and they're mushroom bars. You heard about these?
Maybe. No, but I'm in.
Yeah, so like you take a couple and it's microdosing, and they're like chocolate mushroom bars. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Yeah, it's just like a weed mushroom bar. I mean, a weed mushroom bar. Oh, that would be great.
It's like a weed exactly, but with mushrooms.
Yeah. Well, that's a big thing now. I forget cycling. No, I forget the drug. The like THC for weed. There's something in mushrooms. I forget what it's called.
What a bizarre way to start this podcast, dude. Brownie, how's everything going, man?
Good. I'm fried, dude. I was on a roof all day in 99-degree weather.
It was a hot day today, dude.
Yeah,
it was
hot
a
as
fucking warm day.
Yeah.
How
about you?
I'm a little tired, dude. I've started like a little bartending here, a little serving here. I got another job interview tomorrow. That'll go pretty well. So, still way happier than the previous kind of thing.
All that matters,
it's all it is, right, dude? And it's just kind of it's a little the anxiety's a little high, knowing that it's like a day by day thing. And you're just trying to kind of just figure everything out. But yeah, dude, just hammering the gym, hammering softballs, dude.
I saw your video with you were on a boat.
Yeah, I'm on boats, dude. Boats and hose, bro.
Well, good.
Yeah, dude. Hot boy summer is kind of in full effect right now.
I'm also hot boy summer, but it's temperature.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, mine's kind of temperature too, but then I don't know. You remember a couple of podcasts ago where I was like, hey, listen, I'm really going to dial back to drinking to like maybe once or twice a month.
And I said, there's no way that's going to work, but go ahead.
Was there no way that was going to work? I think I've done quite literally the polar opposite. So maybe like after this week, I'll kind of dial it back, but
you know what's funny is you said that on the podcast. And then I think we recorded that on like a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear from you for 5 days.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he's in one. And I just knew it. And then when I finally talked to you, you're like, oh, what's up, buddy? And I'm just like, I can hear the weariness.
You can hear the demons like releasing from my, just swiping it out. But yeah, we have a Stanley Cup final that is now set in stone that we'll talk about.
People are enraged over, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just kind of get into it, man. Let's do this is another thing. I want to start kind of limiting our podcast, not limiting, but I feel like sometimes people like a 45-minute get in and out, fucking listen. Because I mean, if you think about it, if somebody's commuting to work, I would think that at the very most they'd be going 45 minutes.
Well, I mean, that all depends where they live and everything, right? But I see what you're saying. But I like the idea that people will sit in their car in the office parking lot and be late for work so they can finish.
Yeah, for 45 minutes. Just chilling there and they walk in. Sorry, listening to Ked and Brownie. So, Mea Culpas.
Hi, this is Mea Culpa, and I'm here to introduce the Morning Skates Mea Culpas with Ked and Brownie.
So,
Brownie, fucking do it. What did we fuck up?
No, not really anything. It was this only came up because me and Kenton, our graphics wizard, were talking about something. I'm involving Kenton in a Robin Hood type scheme, which I'm not at liberty to discuss on the podcast. But
rob from the rich and steal from the give to the poor.
There you go, buddy.
Who are we stealing from?
No, it's just we're manipulating some reality.
Is it like a morning skate thing, or is it like
no? It's he's helping me out with something personal.
Okay, cool, sick, dude.
Yeah, he's the best. So, anyways, we were talking about the wildfires, and the day I was talking to him, there was all this haze here. So we really don't have any mea culpas, but it's just kind of a catch up. The wildfires in Alberta, where he is, are for the most part under control, and they're allowing people back in the woods. But have you noticed the weather by you, the haze in upstate New York?
It's fucking hot, dude. And actually, two things. It's actually really funny that you mentioned this. You said haze. I started like a bartending gig today, and I was convinced Kevin Hayes was at the bar. And it wasn't him, but it was literally his doppelganger.
Oh, that's funny.
It was crazy. And then you mentioned wildfires. On my way to work today, I drove by a truck that was fully engulfed in flames. Like,
wow, we actually on the way home last week, there was a brush fire. We had to call it in.
So what, like,
well, anyways, there's fires up in Nova Scotia, and it's covering all the way down to Philly in a haze, and you could see it. The air quality was horrible the other day. So prayers to Nova Scotia.
No, in a mass? You're thinking
you got caught in the jet stream. You got caught in the jet stream from Nova Scotia.
No shit.
Yeah.
No, dude, I think I've been pretty haze-free,
people have been forced from their homes.
Sad, but I'm glad that they got it under control.
Yeah, well, they're working on it. So that's it. We had a clean pod, man.
Clean as fuck. NHL in the news. All right, NHL in the news time. Let's start it off a little bit of Vegas talk. So Vegas, they didn't touch the Campbell Trophy for the Western Conference. If everybody remembers, there's like the superstition in hockey where if you win the Eastern Conference, Western Conference, you get awarded a trophy. And then it's always kind of like, should they touch it or not touch it? And like, if you touch it, it could be a curse and like this, that, and the other thing. So Vegas didn't touch it. Florida damn near fucked it. So it's really going to kind of get into like, if you, I mean, we're gonna listen to this for the next however many years, right? Because it was completely polar opposite things.
What I think is funny is like Sidney Crosby is notoriously superstitious.
Yep.
And he's touched it, not touched it, touched it, like alternating years, trying to figure out. So, I mean, whatever. Everybody's their own thing. I would just say if the team wants to do it and everybody's unanimous, touch it. If everybody's unanimous, you don't want to touch it, touch it. And if it's mixed, just let the guys do what they want.
I think if you don't touch it, you're beta cuck, dude. Like, get right fucking in there, bro. Especially if you're the Panthers, man. You took down.
Well, the Panthers are
the teams you took down.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
You think a fucking trophy's gonna stop you from winning the cup at this point? Like,
exactly.
Boy, I think I might have just talked myself into picking the Panthers. So Bruce Cassidy ricochet shot at Arizona after losing at home. We had 24 giveaways. I mean, you're not beating Arizona in January with 24 giveaways. No offense to Arizona. Then he backpedaled a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
It was awesome.
At what point when he said that, do you think he was like, oh, shit?
I honestly don't think he gives a fuck. That was the issue with him here. That he didn't care about the players' feelings.
I saw somewhere that he said that he was stressing to his team that it takes 16 wins, not 15, and like that's going to kind of be like their mantra, which pretty cool. It's humbling, right? Like you've already won 12. Yeah, like that's still really good. You're probably on a high, and then you realize, fuck, we still got 4 more of these fucking things.
And the hardest for it, they get harder every round, I would imagine.
100%. And then even more Vegas as the Golden Knights media team has skewered the San Jose Sharks, jumping on the Dallas bandwagon. Wow, bandwagon, making multiple posts at the Sharks. Oh, damn, this isn't expense. Okay, so what does that mean? What do you got?
You didn't see the pictures?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so it was 4 pictures, and the first picture was a guy putting on clown makeup.
Okay.
And it said didn't make the playoffs.
Okay.
And then the next one was like he put on a nose, and they were like rooting for one of your rivals. Okay. And then it was like then he had the hair, and I forget what it said, like, you know, lost in the conference finals. Then the last one was a full clown, and it was like you're both out or something like to that effect. It's just the Vegas social media team is one of the best in the NHL.
Yeah, I think so. They do a pretty fucking good job, honestly. Do you want to just touch on the Disco tweet? I think he'd kind of be butthurt if we didn't. So Disco tweeted out something on Morning Skate, essentially saying that Vegas fans have not been through the ringer as other NHL fans have with their teams in terms of like, you know, not getting to a cup. Like, And I don't think it was like that outrageous. I've seen a lot of people say
a lot of people making that take,
like
100%.
For some reason, 25 people, Vegas fans, decide to be like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, and they would name.
Oh, I saw someone was like said something, and someone from our account was like, "Have a Snickers," and I'm like, "Oh, that was Ked."
Yeah, it's Ked. No, it's just like one of those things where like they list like 3 things, like we lost in overtime one time, like all this shit. And
I think those were tongue in cheek. I think they were trying to joke around.
No, dude, I think that they were fucking dead ass for real. They're just so fucking
right?
stupid. And let me tell you what, dude. After reading those, I really am talking myself into fucking Florida winning this because those fans are just a bunch of fucking idiots.
The other side of that coin is I heard an interview where someone was saying how you got to remember Vegas for like 50 years was not allowed any pro sports team because of the gambling aspect. So so that's a form of suffering in itself. And they've also lost minor league teams that they were very supportive of. So listen, I got no problem with it. I think it's awesome. I mean, you would have wanted, if you think of it this way, you're a kid, you're 20 years old in Vegas. They get awarded a team. You're now 26, and they have been to 4 conference finals in the prime of your sports.
Yeah, dude, they haven't
fucking awesome.
They haven't missed the playoffs in multiple back-to-back years yet. Like,
yeah, it's awesome.
But don't worry, you lost the game in overtime. Like, what?
I think that was a joke. Oh man,
Disco said, "Yeah, no worries. Just make it known that the tweet wasn't made to trash a team. It was just stating facts that they haven't suffered yet, and make sure to say how triggered and sad their fans are that they automatically assume that the tweet was trashing the fan base." I think I kind of nailed that. It's just a bunch of soy boy fucking beta cucks, dude. The coolest thing about Vegas was Cat House. You ever see that on HBO? It was like night fucking HBO like porn. You've never seen the fucking Cat House with Air Force Amy?
No,
buddy, you haven't lived. It was really hot. And speaking of hot, let's talk about Heated Core, dude.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, you like that? So
that was good. I didn't know where you were going.
Amy intro with our sponsor. I'm sure they're gonna fucking love that. So Heated Core, essentially what it is a shell that kind of protects your upper body, lower body. It's battery powered. Up to 6 hours can fucking charge your phone too. Did I make that up? I think you can charge.
No, you're right. 3 adjustable heat
and it
settings.
keeps you fucking warm, dude. So morning skate style, we're pumping a hot thing on June 1st. But now's the time to buy them because before you guys fucking know it, in a blink of an eye, the next NHL season is going to start. When the next NHL season is going to start, guess what? It's going to get fucking cold.
Wow.
You're going to have to shovel. You're going to have to snowplow. You're going to want to go snowmobiling. You're going to want to go hunting. You're going to want to do all these fucking things, and you're going to be freezing your bag off. But if you use Morning Skate 15 as the promo code at heatedcore.com, you're gonna save some 15%. It's pretty fucking cool, dude. So
well, remember also Father's Day's on its way, right?
Oh yeah, dude, dads love staying warm.
You telling me this is not a great gift for the NHL draft when you find out what your team's doing and you know hockey's on the horizon? Let's celebrate Connor Bedard in Chicago with Heated Core base.
Heated Core, bro. Heated Core is where it's at. So shout out to Heated Core. That's Morning Skate 15. It'll save you 15% or more. Well, no, just 15%, but check them out. Heated Core. Shout out to Air Force Amy and Heated Core. So
hashtag outlast your adventure.
Yep, there it is.
Nailed it.
All right, so Toronto names Brad Treliving as a new GM. Lots of quotes out of the Treliving as he met with the Toronto media. Before we kind of get into this, I don't know if you've noticed this, but the last couple weeks I've been doing this week in NHL memes, funny memes or whatever. The first week had over 1,000 likes. This week had well over 1,000 likes. So and this is big stories are going to happen. I'm going to come out with 5 posts a week where we're kind of make different things. So if you're listening to the podcast next week, you're going to see 2 of them. So one of them is Succession, which I talked to you about. I don't think you've seen it yet on HBO, but it's one of the first episodes. And it's Kendall Roy, and he's this younger dude who's just trying to run daddy's company. He's in the backseat of this taxi, rapping this rap song when this guy should not be rapping a rap song. And then the taxi cab driver talks to him. He pulls the earphones out. And he's like, today's our day. And so I made a meme that was Kyle Dubas on his first day driving to Pittsburgh as the head of hockey ops. And then The Office with Pam when she's I gave Creed this picture.
Oh yeah,
to spot the differences, and it's the same picture. And I think the caption there is Toronto signing another GM who has great regular seasons but likes to golf in May, just shit like that. So check those out. But yeah, Dubas, fucking Tree Living, Toronto. Everything's so hot right now. But this Tree Living guy, this can't be about the Core 4. This is about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I don't know, buddy. But then the next quote.
The next quote regarding Matthews, he said he communicated with Matthews via text and has a good relationship with his agent. This was the first question of the presser. Also said getting to Austin is a priority.
Can I just point out, there's nothing that says Austin Matthews more than to hear that his new GM is communicating with him via text.
Yeah, it's
like,
just
you can't fucking pick up a phone. Oh my God. Or go there.
Such a good point, Brownie, because like you think Patrice Bergeron's texting?
No.
Like
Brad Marchand and Jim Montgomery had a phone call the very first day.
Like you think Sidney Crosby's texting?
Right.
Like Dubas? No. Sidney Crosby met Dubas in person.
Exactly.
That's such a good fucking point, dude. That's such a good point. Per Elliot Friedman, Treliving cannot sit at the Toronto draft table. I didn't really understand why.
It's part of the agreement with Calgary. It's stupid. It's petty. So he can't be on a cell phone on the other side of the room. It's so dumb. So dumb.
And then also Treliving also said that he is willing to give head coach Sheldon Keefe a chance and mentioned that when he got to Calgary, he didn't know Bob Hartley, but they formed an excellent working relationship.
And I think Hartley may have won Coach of the Year that year.
So
Jack Adams, I'm not sure.
I mean, this is pretty good news for Sheldon Keefe because I think everybody kind of really thought like he was fucking out.
Yeah.
So, and speaking of being fucking out, we just got straight out lied to by Kyle Dubas. Kyle Dubas was like, "Listen, man, it's the Maple Leafs, or I really need to take some time with my family and like really think. I need to watch the movie Moneyball 1,000 times to figure out why analytics failed me." No, dude, he's with the Penguins. He's been named president of hockey operations. He kind of came out and he said there's a lot of people that can bet against Sidney Crosby, Mike Sullivan, Chris Letang, and Evgeny Malkin, but he wouldn't be one of them. That he wants to kind of restructure their depth.
It's not a bad plan.
No, it's not. But like, I don't understand why everybody's making this guy out to be a genius. Like you and I could have formulated that, right? Like
you can make the argument that you or I might have not handed out those contracts up in Toronto either.
I probably would have, dude.
I wouldn't have.
Just can with those things, dude. I think you would have if it was your team and you got this American player who was a fucking stud and would score like 40 goals a year. You would convince yourself that you loved him.
No,
yes,
the most telling thing was that clip that surfaced of it was Matthews, Tkachuk, and someone else, whoever went 3 or 4 that year, and they were
a European kid. Who the fuck was it? Was it Laine?
Might have been Patrick Laine. It might have been. I don't know off the top of my head. But they were talking, and they asked Tkachuk which player he liked to watch and pattern his game after. And he said flat out, he goes, "I love Corey Perry, the way he gets in there and agitates, gets on under everybody's skin." And they cut to Matthews, and Matthews gave like a little face to whoever the other player was. And meanwhile, you need Corey Perry's to win the cup.
Yeah. What did Elliot Friedman say? You need a team of a bunch of pricks.
Yeah, a bunch of pricks. He's right.
So, we'll see what happens in Pittsburgh. It's just like dude, if we have to fucking deal with Sidney Crosby being nasty again and like the Pittsburgh coming back, I'm gonna be so. The one good thing that we have going for us Rangers fans is the fact that like Dubas has never once thought that goaltending was super important. So like that's kind of like a positive.
Because he was up again, he had no money for a goaltender.
Yeah.
At least in Pittsburgh, they understand take less to everyone make more.
Yeah.
So it's a different mindset. Well, this next one's not going to make you happy.
Well, no, I'm okay with it. So Patrick Kane has undergone hip resurfacing surgery and is expected to be out 4 to 6 months, which puts his return sometime between September and November. Well, it makes me feel like Patrick Kane hadn't lost a step. He was actually injured. That makes me feel better about his abilities. And it also makes me feel better like he's going to sign a 1-year contract somewhere. Like it's going to be a show me contract.
I would assume so.
And 1-year contracts normally aren't that expensive. So fucking stay at the fucking Garden.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah.
Like I would be very okay with bringing back a fully healthy Patrick Kane.
Well, like Marchand when he had double hip. It was more than resurfacing, I think. And so he said he didn't feel right until about January, February. So, I mean, I think if Patrick Kane to a team-friendly deal helps with the cap, get some other pieces. Yeah, I mean, I can see it.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Washington announced the hiring of head coach Spencer Carberry, a former assistant under Sheldon Keefe, to a 4-year deal. 41-year-old, spent 4 years as a player in the coast before joining the coaching ranks. He's been a head coach in the coast, the OHL, AHL level, but this is his first go at the NHL level.
Kind of a big ticket. I mean, he's supposedly he's a hard-nosed guy, good coach.
I'm sure all the fucking hockey nerds are like fucking cranking their shafts right now.
I mean, it's great that it's a first-time coach, right?
Yeah, it's a new name.
But 4 years is a big commit to a guy who's never coached head
yeah,
coach
but dude, fucking coaching contracts are such a joke. Like they just, you know what I mean? Like that's not really a play. It's if you want to fire him, you fire him. You just pay him out. Like,
yeah, right. And that doesn't count against the cap either.
No.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I read an article in the Post today. Larry Brooks was talking how the Rangers hadn't reached out to Patrick Roy yet, but that
in the middle of the Mem Cup.
Yeah, but that should be on their priorities. And like there were reports all week. Like RA from Barstool said that like that Laviolette's going to be the Rangers head coach, and then Nashville fired John Hines. Is that his name? Yep. And they hired Andrew Brunette.
Yeah,
and then I really hope John Hines is the head coach of the New York Rangers. What an ugly motherfucker, dude. You can't have somebody that ugly under the bright lights of Broadway, man. It's just
everybody talks about how handsome Dave Quinn is. How'd that work out?
Yeah, but you want to know what's fucking mad funny is like Laviolette, people are pissed. Rangers fans are such muppets, dude. They follow like 3 accounts and they're all like these fucking absolute dickhead, insufferable motherfuckers. And whatever they say, the entire fan base agrees with. So, like, at first they didn't like Laviolette, so everybody's pissed about that. And then they were talking about Hines, and now everybody's like, oh, well, why not Laviolette, all this shit. Dude, honestly, I just want a hard-nosed motherfucker in there that can convince Mika and Chris Kreider to stop jerking each other off before they get off the ice and focus on putting the pucks in the net.
I think the Rangers are the only team in the Metropolitan Division that Laviolette has not coached. That's a pretty weird little stat.
It's a weird stat, but it sounds like he's got the makeup of all these teams, right? Like these, you don't know. Scout him.
He hasn't won a cup with any of them.
The NHL, the new league HQ sits on floors 23 and 27 on the new $1.9 billion One Manhattan West skyscraper in Hudson Yards. The offices span 5 stories with a workspace to accommodate 600 employees. All over the office, the walls are covered with NHL memorabilia, including signed pucks, sticks, jerseys. They have offices, open workspaces, media suites, meeting rooms, social areas, and a cafeteria that doubles as a town hall for meetings. Not to miss a chance to move some merch, the NHL opened a flagship store on the first floor in partnership with Fanatics. If you let me know where George Peros' fucking office is, I will start egging it immediately. What a fucking loser he is.
Based on how easily you got to his voicemail, I'm fairly confident you could just go down there.
I bet you I could walk into his office. Like he could go in at 9 o'clock in the morning, open up his office door, and I bet you I could be sitting at his desk with my feet up being like, you're a fucking pigeon.
Oh my God. Well, that would be fucking awesome.
It would be really fucking funny.
Hey, you want to put Morning Skate over the top? There you go.
Dartmouth is a safety school t-shirt. I mentioned a little while ago, the Preds announced new head coach Andrew Brunette. Another first-time NHL coach. Brunette was the interim coach for the Panthers once Joel Quenneville was released after the Kyle Beach news. Brunette guided the Panthers to the President's Trophy before they were swept by Tampa. He also spent 5 years as an NHL assistant. Is expected to bring a high-octane offensive philosophy to the Predators, which is like a little different than what we would be accustomed to.
Yeah, Barry Trotz made a point to mention that, and the power play that should thrive under Brunette. And this is Trotz's first move taken over from David Poile.
Yep. So a couple things about the Trotz thing. One of the things that he mentioned is he wanted to make sure that his scouts, he didn't want to scouting somebody who's going to be a third line center. He's like, if we're going to do it, fucking go for people, which was kind of a cool thing to say. As a player, Brunette was a member of the Washington, Nashville, Atlanta, Minnesota, Colorado, and Chicago. So he's a suitcase over the course of 16 seasons, compiling a stat line of 268 goals, 465 assists for 733 points, and over 1,100 games played. There was one other thing I want to say. I'm pretty sure he scored the first goal in Nashville Predators history.
Oh, you know what? That sounds right.
I think he did. That could be a mea culpa next week, but
I'm getting a pen to write it down.
Yeah, pin that one. Florida after.
I got one other thing. Oh shit! Sorry, dropped something. So interesting thing to me with him playing 16 years and over 1,100 games. Nashville's an interesting roster. They have a few guys in the 30s, and they have a lot of guys in their early 20s.
Yep.
And I think this could be a perfect type of coach because the veterans are going to respect what he's done, right?
Yep.
They're going to be more on a friendly level with him, like McDonough, for example. McDonough and him probably played against each other. So now I'd be willing to wager. And now you go back to these young guys, they're going to look at him and be like, fuck, he played over 1,100 games. So I think he might be a good fit there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He's like not too far out of the game, but far enough where like he's respected. Florida, after the Carolina series, the Panthers didn't hesitate to touch that Wales trophy. Per Matthew Tkachuk, the last thing we were going to do is be superstitious about not touching it. Like, nobody said we were even going to make the playoffs. I think it's pretty cool to touch it, carry on, take pictures with it. We earned that thing. More from Florida. After the Panthers finished off Carolina, the great one had some advice for Matthew Tkachuk. You have had a lot of responsibility in this series, but remember, your biggest job now is to take care of your dad tonight.
Fucking great.
Pretty funny. I mean, he's
on the TNT
in the
basketball with Shaq and Charles Barkley. Did you see Tkachuk on there?
Oh, no, I saw that he went on, but I didn't see.
Oh, it was awesome. It was great. And Shaquille O'Neal was basically like, I don't watch hockey, but I like watching you guys fight. It was just great. And then Barkley asked him some good questions. It was good. It was really good.
Did you see Barkley try to pronounce Bobrovsky's last name?
No.
Oh, it was pretty fucking good, dude. He butchered it. Speaking of butchering it, another butchering of the U.S. team by David Quinn. Latvia medals at Worlds for the first time ever after winning bronze over the United States in overtime. The country declared a national holiday, and everyone had the day off.
The pictures from Latvia
this is not being talked about enough.
What do you mean? The
Latvia should not ever beat the United
you're looking at
States.
the other way. Gotcha.
Ever. That's one of the most embarrassing losses in the United States history.
I don't even know who's on the roster.
Sports, anything. I put it up with Vietnam. The fact that we lost to fucking Latvia? Are you kidding me? Latvia.
The hockey equivalent of
Latvia.
Vietnam, you just said.
Insane. So I was going to name Nick Bonino your captain and David Quinn the head coach.
That's right, Nick Bonino.
Embarrassing. It literally makes me sick. Latvia beat the United States.
Hey, good for them. Grow the game.
Good for them. They should not be able to beat us in anything other than making their own cuisine. That would be the only thing that I'd be like, okay, Latvians should probably make their food a little bit better. Anything else, dude? Fast cars, science, math, hockey, basketball, any sport. Unless they have like a weird fucking thing, like maybe like they're really good at darts or something like that. But like other than that, man, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. So fuck you, David Quinn. Canada took gold over Germany 5-2 with Sammy Blake, because why not?
Yeah.
Getting 2 goals in the final, Lawson Krause going 1-1, and Sam Montembeault making 21 saves.
Devin Levi was the backup.
Sammy Blake is playing exactly how the Rangers wanted him to play for the Rangers.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the minutes.
I think it's the minutes, and you know what it is. It's the Rangers forward core. You're not going to go anywhere when everybody needs to get off the ice before Meek and Zibanejad can fucking start stroking each other off. It's disgusting. Tyler Seguin is a certified good dude. Kids wanted to go to a Western Conference final, and parents are encouraging them to come up with cash on their own. Parents had said that they'd fill in when short. Kids set up a lemonade stand. It was shared on social media, and Seguin slid in to ask what they needed and then Venmo'd them the rest. Pretty cool shit.
Good on him. Tyler Seguin's come a long way.
Yeah, he's like an adult now. It's pretty cool to see. Captain Jamie Benn finally spoke about his on-ice infraction against Mark Stone, the one that was bullshit. Ben released a statement ahead of Game 4. The game happens fast. Emotions are high. Obviously, I would have liked to not fall on him and using my stick as a landing point. That's exactly what I said. It was a fucking accident, and it was just George Parrish just kind of fucking going above and beyond as if he, what a fucking clown he is. Carolina, not to be outdone with ridiculous statements. This was pretty funny. The Karen of the NHL, Rod Brindamore, had this to say after being swept by Florida. That's the unfortunate part about this. People are going to look back and everyone's going to say you got swept. That's not what happened. I watched the games. I'm there. I'm cutting the game. We're in the game. It could have been 4 games the other way. So essentially what he's saying, he got a lot of shit for this. I understand what he's saying. He's saying
it was close, but you can say that. It was close. Not to say we didn't fucking get swept. Yes, you did, you fucking donkey.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. The games easily could have went the other way. Like when you normally,
that's what he should have said.
Yeah, but if you look at a sweep, you're thinking the team that lost all 4 games got dominated and was not in the same class. What he's saying is like those games. I get what you just don't like them. More fair. Carolina in the wake of their elimination. There's been a lot of talk about what the team does moving forward. Kekrin, Fost, Stahl, Stasny, Stepan, Dahan, Gostisbehere, Anderson, and Ranta are all UFAs, with Puljujarvi being an RFA and Aho's up next year. After the owner basically came out and said he wants everybody back, numerous outlets saying can't lose Aho. Stat line in the playoffs: 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points in 16 games played. And against Florida, had 2 assists in 4 games played. Is Brownie the only one who doesn't think he's more than a middle 6 forward? You're asking the wrong person, because if my number 1 center scored 5 goals and 7 assists for 12 points, we wouldn't have made it past the first round, and I would have been way hornier than I am right now. So
I just can't. I don't.
Perspective.
With Aho.
He's a great player, dude. He's a great player.
I don't think he's a great player.
I think he's a great player. Who did he play with? He had nobody to play with in the playoffs, dude. His number 1 dude that he played with was hurt.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's a good player, dude. I know you don't like him, but he's kind of feisty. Like, he's not a Jamie Benn where he's gonna cave your face in.
Dirty.
Exactly. I love that shit. Speaking of dirty, the dirtiest fucking team in the entire National Hockey League, Boston. Talk about not reading the room. The Bruins. Oh yeah, dude. The Bruins have announced all new fan foyer puck wall program in honor for the team's upcoming 100th season. There will be a wall of pucks illustrating 1924 designed to represent the inaugural season. Fans can purchase a puck wall package, which will include 1 customizable engraved puck to be displayed in the wall for years to come, and 1 puck to take home as a memento, along with 2 tickets to private Heritage Hall fan event, as well as 2 tickets to a game next season. Packages start at just $1,000
after losing in the first round. Like, what are you doing?
Like
the Jacobs need more money.
Yeah, but they did put out a really cool pride thing today, just to make sure everybody, everything was cool. I don't know if you saw that tweet. They wanted to make sure that they were one of the first one. Do you have any other Bruins talk?
No, there's nothing.
I don't really have any Rangers talk either.
I
have one thing for the Rangers. They traded Jaden Gruby, who was like a 3rd round pick. He wasn't going to resign, and it was like the last day that he was with the Rangers, and they traded him to Edmonton for a 5th round pick, which might not seem like a lot, and it's probably going to amount to nothing, but you were going to lose him for free. So I don't know why Edmonton would do that. Good on them. And again, it's probably nothing's going to happen, but every once in a while, those 5th round picks turn into fucking bombs. So pretty cool. Memorial Cup. We have our teams, the Kamloops Blazers, the Peterborough Petes, led by Brennan Hoffman. Seattle Thunderbirds and Quebec Ramparts. The Seattle Thunderbirds got a note and inspiration from Sidney Crosby ahead of their matchup versus Quebec. Dreams are so important. You need to have big goals and expect a lot of yourself, but you have to enjoy the ride too. He wrote it on the whiteboard in the locker room after meeting with the team. Pretty cool shit.
Yeah, it's got to fire those kids up for sure.
I am a Peterborough Petes fan. Always have been. Always will be. So Brennan Hoffman, he's won at every fucking level. This kid, dude, he's such a fucking rat. And he fills the back of the net. I'm really excited to see. And who knows, dude? Maybe because if the Seattle Thunderbirds are playing Quebec, that means Kamloops playing Peterborough.
Yep.
It could be a Peterborough Quebec Rampart final. Patrick Waugh, the head coach, against Brennan Hoffman, a kid who's going to be vying for a team spot next year. Get to see a little bit more of him.
Yeah.
Could be something.
Could be swaying right there. That could be the decider.
Yep. And Wayne Gretzky stat of the week. In the history of the NHL, only 18 players have scored.
Right, you're going to have to concentrate on this one.
I think I got it, dude.
All right. No. I mean, this is a lot of numbers.
All right. So. In the history of the NHL, only 18 players have scored 5+ points in a game at least 10 times in their career. Third on the list is Phil Esposito for Boston, who did it 19 times. Second's Mario Lemieux. He did it 51 times. And the top of the list is the great one who did it 96 times. So 96 times he scored at least 5+ points.
Yep, 5 or more points in a game.
That's fucking crazy. To dial down deeper into the stat, in the 1980s alone, Gretzky played 847 games and piled up 1,979 points. During that stretch, he had 85 5+ point games and 74 0-point games. So he had more 5+ point games than he had 0-point games.
Exactly.
To put that in context, watch Connor McDavid play. Look how dominant he is. In 569 games played, McDavid has scored 850 points. During the stretch, he's registered 5 or more points in a game 8 times and has registered 0 points in a game 125 times. In the decade of the 80s, Gretzky played 278 more games and had 51 less games without a point. Insane.
I mean, granted that the defense is different now.
It does not matter. That's fucking crazy,
it's
dude.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I read this, and honestly, I sat there, and I think I read it 3 or 4 times. I was like, wait, what? And I had to write it out to, make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. That might be the most unbelievable one we've ever dug up.
Yeah. That was fucking wild.
It's crazy.
But
you know what, though? when you're speaking about this,
Yeah.
it's depressing getting scored on like that.
It is, bro.
And if you get depressed over that or anything else in your life, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video. You can message your therapist at any time, schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. If your therapist, for some reason, isn't the right fit for you, you can switch to a new therapist, no charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism every week and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/TheMorningSkate. That's BetterHelp.com/TheMorningSkate.
BetterHelp.com.
Take care of the mentals.
Mental.
That's it.
All right. NHL playoffs. We got a final. We have Vegas and we have Florida. Shane O'Brien from Missing Curfew called this last summer, which is insane. I'm having trouble to try and decide who I want to win this series. I'm gonna tell you why. I fucking hate Mark Stahl. If Mark Stahl becomes a Stanley Cup champion, that'll ruin me to the core. Because that means he did something that Dan Girardi wasn't able to do. And that just rubs me the wrong fucking way. Like I cannot imagine a team in 2023 being able to beat all other teams in the NHL, be victorious, be the number one team, and Mark Stahl's a big part of your defense. That blows my mind. Having said that, this Vegas team's pissing me off, dude. Vegas, maybe not even the team, but just the fans. I really don't like the fans. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be you're gonna guess first. And
Florida in 6.
Florida Panthers are going to win their first cup in 6 games. All right.
I told you, once they beat the Bruins, I was all in. Just watching them play, and I've watched every game. And I've watched, I'd say, 90% of the Vegas games. Vegas has some unbelievable players. You got the whole Marchessault and Riley Smith, who are left unprotected by Florida in the expansion draft. You got
good point.
You got Aiden Hill playing out of his mind. You got that third line led by Wild Bill William Carlson there. And they're a fun team. They got Pietrangelo. They got Shea Theodore. Mark Stone is nails. Jack Eichel's playing out of his mind. You just
talked them up to me. Vegas in 6.
All right. I just believe in Florida.
It's going to be Vegas in 6.
All right. You want to do a bet on this?
No, not really. I don't have money, dude. I'm broke as fuck right now.
No, something stupid.
Perhaps.
All right, we can think about it.
We
have to come up with something by Saturday night.
Okay, that's fair.
You have to dye your hair.
I have a wedding. I have a wedding next week. I can't do that.
Well, we can say July 1st. And you have to keep it for the month of July.
I can't dye my hair orange, dude. I can't fucking do that.
All right, we'll figure out something.
Okay. Actually, this new gig that I'm getting, part of it is I might be getting, is part of it is I can't facial hair. The only facial hair I can have is a mustache. So I might just
gonna grow the Lanny McDonald.
I think I might do that for a while.
Yeah,
it's actually kind of badass. All right, dumb change.
All right, so I've gotten some pushback on those videos.
What do you mean?
Well, not pushback, questions.
You're talking shit, dude.
No. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that.
Beat the piss out of somebody.
It was questions like, what is wrong with the top of my skates? I start my skates.
I haven't even looked. Hold on.
See that big bump on the right foot, right?
Yeah.
I start my laces on my skates, on all my sneakers, one row up.
All right, so Brownie, you don't have to like do something weird everything that you do.
No, I've always done that because that way your toes never get pinched, and I've always done it. And it's probably because Vans used to do really short laces, so I wanted them to be longer, so I'd skip the bottom row.
Osiris's, dude.
So there you go. No, just people have asked, so I'm answering. I forgot about it till just then.
Could you be a Croc owner, do you think?
Crocs, the shoes?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a pair right now.
Okay, so you're a Croc guy. Have you tried Taco Bell yet?
No. Oh, there you go. Here's our bet.
You're so fucking bougie, dude.
I have to do something with Taco Bell, and I have to think of what you have to do.
Okay, so far I'm into it.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so dump and change. Notre Dame. Not only did the Fighting Irish secure the NCAA D1 men's lacrosse crown over Duke, which you're always glad to. That was the weirdest thing. Like, how do you root for Notre Dame? Oh, if they're playing Duke, you root for Notre Dame. They also had their running of the Gingers last week, which is an annual thing, which is just hysterical. And just to even it out, Northwestern beat BC, which I'm always happy with for the women's crown D1.
Would have been cooler if it was Northeastern and sounded like they need some Taze Thompsons out there.
They
call me Ked on Instagram.
There's these two brothers, the Kavanaugh brothers. This kid's like hamstring was hanging off, and he won a crucial ground ball. Plus, he was getting lit up all over the field, and they got it done. So good on them.
I forget that you're a big lacrosse guy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to be a fucking major sport, and it's kind of disappointing.
Well, the PLL is. They're picking cities now. They're picking cities, which I think will help.
Brownie, let's be real about this. And be real. I can understand you can love the sport. It ain't happening. And I'm going to tell you why it's not happening. It's because I actually think it's quite easy to figure out why it's not happening. I think whoever records lacrosse games, like the way lacrosse is filmed and the way lacrosse is announced, it will never be a big sport.
Why?
Their announcers are fucking garbage. Like, you can just tell, like, they don't have good voices for the game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody who's like a Mike Tirico or like anything. Like, there's no like good voices. And I think they're too far away from the fucking field. Like you know with football they have that overhand, like not overhand, over
the wires, the thing on the
overhead.
Wire. Yep.
Maybe an overhead view would be better. It's too hard to like pay attention to the shit.
Well, the ball's tough to track if you don't watch the game and you never played. It's hard. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it, and
it sucks because I think it's a cool sport, and I think the people who are passionate. It's clearly a cool sport because the people that are passionate about it are not just passionate; they're fucking crazy about it. Like if you like. I've never met somebody who just likes lacrosse. Like everybody who likes lacrosse fucking loves lacrosse. You know what I mean? Like there's never like and that's another reason why, because there's no amateur fans about it. You get better camera angles. You get announcers who don't sound like they're fucking idiots, and then who knows, maybe. But that's just my thoughts.
DeAndre Hopkins, one of the top wide receivers in the NFL, still hit the lottery last week when he was released by the Arizona Cardinals and can now pick wherever he goes. Talk about just catching a break.
Why? I wonder why they released. Any reason?
Probably, I'm sure it's a cap thing. Would be my guess, or maybe he's disgruntled and he's running his mouth. I don't know. There was a play last year with Kyler Murray, the quarterback, who tore his ACL, was not even going to be there ready for week 1, where DeAndre Hopkins was on the sideline and he was like, "What are you looking at?" He was pointing at the jumbotron of the replays. Like, what do you see? He's sticking with football, built different. New York Jets running back Breece Hall. He's 6 months removed from tearing his ACL, and he hit 22 miles per hour this week in OTAs for the Jets.
Do these professional athletes, like the amount of time it takes them to get back? Like Bryce Harper had Tommy John surgery, and he's raking right now.
Yeah.
Like,
their full-time job is to get in shape.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, speaking of crazy, old man baby makers.
This is great, dude. These old guys just dumping loads, man.
Robert De Niro at age 79 just had his 7th baby. His other 6 kids range in age from 51 to 11. Not to be outdone, 83-year-old.
Can you imagine being a 51-year-old being like, "Hey, you have a baby brother or baby sister coming in the world, bro."
Great. I'm going to be taking care of. They're going to be taking care of me. Al Pacino just announced that he and his girlfriend are expecting a baby. Pacino's 4th.
Rocket, girl.
Yeah, and she's like 29.
Woo!
His kids
Keep going.
His kids range in age from 33 to a pair of 22-year-old twins.
Dude, Selma Hayek keeps popping up on my Instagram. I have no idea, but the fucking milk duds on that thing. Oh,
yeah.
Daddy.
She has not lost her fastball at all.
No, dude, never, man. It just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. It's bizarre. 98 on the black, bro.
The Office. Did you see this about The Office? Is coming back, kind of. There will be an Australian version featuring a character named Hannah Howard in the role of David Brent, Michael Scott, played by a stand-up actress, Felicity Ward. The new series will be on Amazon Prime and it has blessing of Ricky Gervais. Ow. Did you know there's over 20 different Office iterations across the world?
No.
Yeah, and
I had no idea.
Every country basically does one, and they don't all have Ricky Gervais' seal of approval. This one does, so give it a shot. Oh,
I don't know, man. I'm out on Australian, British people. Make fun of me for it. I don't like the accent, dude.
All right. This one's going to freak you out. In the latest sign of the end of humanity, the U.S. Air Force has been testing an AI-enabled drone.
That's a bad idea.
That was tasked with destroying specific targets.
Yep.
A human operator had the power to override the drone in case of a malfunction. During the training exercise, the drone decided that the human operator became the obstacle to completing its mission and attacked the human. I mean, it's all simulated, so no one got hurt. The simulation was to target and kill surface-to-air missiles, SAMs, they call them, and the drone would get points, but the human had to give the final yes or no on the target. Some of the targets were on top of civilian buildings to kind of replicate real life, schools and the such. And after encountering enough no's from the human operator, because the drone would get points for everyone it took out, the drone decided to attack the operator so it could therefore kill all targets. So, yeah.
People are so fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah. This is literally the beginning of the Terminator series. This is how the Terminator started. It was called Skynet. It was this is like, remember when we talked about how they were like, hey, we're going to reintroduce woolly mammoths to the Antarctic tundra. And it was like, that's literally Jurassic Park. This is literally Terminator.
It's pretty fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah, oh my God, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
There you go. That's it for Dump and Change.
All right, Dump and Change. I have nothing for the Rangers. You have nothing for the Bruins.
Northeastern, though, a couple of things.
Let's do it.
Maude Pauline. I'm going to fight every time. Maude Pauline LaBelle. She just graduated. She signed a 1-year deal with the Hartford Whale.
Atta girl, Maude. Stick taps.
And former captain Brooke Hobson, who graduated last year, who is a weapon on the blue line. She has joined Alina Mueller and Chloe O'Rourke on the Boston Pride on a 1-year deal. So good on her.
All right. I like that. Congratulations to the Howland Huskies. Love that. They call me Ked.
Yeah.
All right. Beer League Roundup. I haven't played hockey in a while. Softball has been pretty fucking crazy. Nobody wants to hear about this. So, okay.
Well, I was supposed to play Beer League last night, but there's a podcast coming out that you guys will hear sometime this weekend or early next week, where Fink and I interviewed this Dallas writer, Mac Engel. Great interview. He told us, he goes, I can give you guys 30 minutes. I have a hard out. 2 hours later, we were wrapping up, and I'm like, guess I missed Beer League.
Yeah, right. Oops.
But I mean, when the guy's telling stories, I'm not going to be like, hey, man, I got to skate with a bunch of fat old guys. You know what I mean? So
no, I get it. I don't have any Beer League right now. I am going to be playing in a tournament here probably in about a month, maybe a little bit over a month. So that'll be cool.
Is that the one in Vermont?
Yeah, that's the one in Vermont.
I told you, you show me a picture of a number 28 jersey, I'll show up. Not to play, just to come and drink beers and wear the jersey. I'll be the bench guy.
All right. We'll
I'll work the gate.
All right. I just fucking rattle the gate. Yeah.
I'll be there with an ice cold cooler and work the gate.
Just blocking shots and fucking rattling gates, dude. That rattling gates would be kind of a cool t-shirt. Beep boop beep boop. Dom, well, dude, I have to change this in the docs. I do this every fucking week. Heroes and Zero, because it's not sponsored by Dom Moore anymore. So
sorry, Dom.
And in his defense, it was never sponsored by him. We just kind of used his name. So Heroes and Zero. So
what do you got?
Heroes and zeros time. Oh boy, I haven't even really kind of thought about it. I don't know if that's open or not. Heroes and zeros
Here,
time.
I'll go while you're thinking.
Yeah,
I only have a hero. So shout out to a friend of mine. I found out I haven't spoken to her in a long time. Friend from high school. She's going through it in her personal life, and talked to her for a bit, and turns out she listens to the podcast.
No shit.
So, yeah, because she was like, "So how's everything with you?" I'm like, "Well, this, that, and the other." And I go, "I've been doing this hockey podcast." She's like, "Oh yeah, I've listened." And I'm like, "Really?"
That's
She's
pretty
like,
cool.
"Yeah, I was curious. I saw you post something." And I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." So she knows who she is, and she's listening to this. I don't want to blow up her spot, but she's going through a tough patch. And remember, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Fucking
And
right.
you got to get through it to get to it. And if it's a day, if it's an hour, if it's a week, do it for yourself, do it for your kids, and you'll be okay.
I like that. That's a good hero, dude.
Yeah.
My hero is going to be myself.
Nice.
But I think I have a good reason why. I think in the past I've always been, I guess, a little cocky about things.
No,
where now, like,
confident, buddy. It's confident.
No, I think in the past it was cocky. I think now it's confident.
There you go.
I think I've reached like a new. I don't know what it is. I think I've really, really simplified my life in terms of like who I want in it, what I want being done, who matters the most, at the same time making sure that I have enough time for myself. And some people might call it selfish, but I don't know. I think,
dude, self-care is not a selfish thing.
I'm telling you, man, the last month it's been a really, really, really good ride. So
good.
I think I definitely should probably stop boozing as much as I have been. Like that potentially could be like a but all in all, dude, like it's been a pretty bitchin' start to the summer. So
nice. Glad to hear it, bud.
And then zero. I don't know if I have any zeros really. Like whenever I think of zeros, I just try to think of the last week if I ever like grit my teeth and like really fucking I'm like I want to kill somebody, but I don't think that has really happened. So my week's fucking Netflix, dude.
What?
Netflix?
Yeah, I know it. Why is that your
stop
zero?
The password sharing thing. So like,
it hasn't affected me
because you live at your house and that's your password. But
I'm not the only person who uses that password
at your house. So what I'm saying is, I'm
not the only person who uses that password at other locations.
The other people are getting affected by it.
I haven't heard. I would assume I would have heard. Oh, maybe
that's like a new thing. So like my mom's Netflix, I can't use my mom's Netflix. Huh. So now I'm like very anti-Netflix.
Fair.
So fuck you, Netflix.
I kind of have one that's a borderline because I feel like these are always half hero, half zero.
Fine.
It's my daughter again.
Oh, Riley.
So the other morning, she pops off with what the fuck?
No shit.
And me and my wife just looked.
The wife was there too.
Oh yeah, and I think I was telling a story about my father-in-law, and I'm pretty sure that my daughter was quoting him and not me. But I'm gonna catch the heat for it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: she used it perfectly in context. And I looked at Lori, and I went, oh. And Lori looked at me and she's like, well, Riley. And I turned around and walked out the front door.
Yeah,
like if there was a cartoon cutout of me in the door, it would have been accurate.
It would have been pretty funny if she wasn't there because I would have loved to have seen how you would have handled that situation.
I've been like, well,
Well, hey, listen, like, great job. Just don't tell mom.
Yeah. So we're now going with Bluey's. We're going to say biscuit.
Biscuit. Son of a biscuit?
No, we leave the son of a off. Just biscuit.
Biscuit.
Biscuits.
Oh, biscuit.
Yeah.
Biscuit would be a good dog name.
It would be a good dog name.
So, last one, 3 stars. So 3 stars. We have like these lightning round questions, and what we're gonna do is I'm just.
Wait, you're acting like people don't listen to all of our interviews that always end with the lightning round. I assume they're all aware.
But like if you don't know, we asked our people these lightning round questions. So what we're gonna do is I kind of like this. We should do this for the next couple weeks. I think this could be fun.
All right.
Lightning round questions. They're just random questions. I'm gonna pick 3. Brownie's gonna pick 3. We gotta answer them. So.
Right. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I
think next week, if we do this, we should just come up with 3 new ones, not off the list.
Okay, I'm good with that. Okay, I got one.
Go ahead.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose?
That was one of the ones I was going to ask you, so I'll change it too.
No, you can use that one. That's fine.
No, we'll both answer both. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I was thinking about this. I would like we're talking like no job is not an issue, right? Money is not an issue. I got to be honest with you. I would pick like there was these. All right, I have a few answers. There's like these
I have one.
Where?
Right where I live right now. I want
Really?
not to go anywhere. I fucking love Saratoga, Middle Grove, New York.
All right. Well, there's these islands up in Maine. These little islands, and I would like my own island.
That'd be sick.
That'd be sick. They're like 20 acres. It'd be fucking awesome.
There's this song called "More Than My Hometown" by Morgan Wallen. You probably heard it.
I've heard of it.
It pretty much, it's a song which talks about how much he just loves this girl. This girl's everything to him, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, like, I can't love you more than my hometown. And I feel like that's exactly how I feel.
All right.
Like, it's home. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
All right. So my question for you then. You ready?
Yeah.
Pick your entrance music. Plays when you walk into any room for the rest of your life.
Country Girl, Shake It For Me, Girl.
You had that answer very fast.
Well, my entrance music, I'm thinking like if I were to just like walk up to a batting plate, you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna go up to the plate, like Country Girl, Shake It For Me, Girl. That'd be kind of cool.
Can I pick for this? Can I pick someone else's entrance music as my entrance music? It's a song.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mick Foley?
Yeah, but I forget his entrance song. He went to SUNY Cortland. He went to a state college in New York. Yep.
With the car crash at the beginning?
Yep.
I just love that. When I was a coach, the players would make playlists before the game, and they put that one in there for me. So when I would be like whistle up to get everybody on the sideline, that was the last song, and I would walk off the field like with the hand up over the head.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Most famous person in your phone?
For me, it's Bobby Carberry.
It's a pretty fucking good name to have on your phone.
Yeah, I mean, I've texted him once drunk, and I was so apologetic. Remember, I told you that. I asked him to play. In the morning.
Hey, Bobby.
I asked him. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I asked him if he was interested in playing summer league, and I was like, he's like, no, I'm good, bud. Thanks, though. I'm like, oh, I was hoping to be your Marty McSorley out there. Is what I said, or something like that. What about you? Who's the most famous in yours?
I actually have a few. I have Chris Kreider.
Oh, right.
Patrick Kane, although I think he's probably changed his number since then. Michael Delzato. Those would probably be like the 3 big ones. Gary Dake, if you're from upstate New York, he's the president of Stewart's, which is like a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
Those would be mine. Stewart Dogs.
Yeah. Nice. That was your question, right?
I think that was my question, yeah.
If you were arrested, what would your family or friends think was the charge?
It would fuck, man. It would have to do with drinking. Like that would be, because I'm not a drug guy. Like it wouldn't be drugs. I do like to drink. I like girls a lot, but like the only thing you really get arrested for girls wise would be if they were young, and that's not my thing. Like that's
or like a domestic assault or something.
Yeah, like I was raised by really good parents to a point where like if I even thought about like anything like that, my dad would come out of his grave and fucking kill me. It would have to do with drinking, I would think. Maybe, I don't know. Drinking,
drunk and disorderly.
Drunk and disorderly, maybe like a George Peros kind of thing, like where like I just show up at an NHL office and just bitch slap them or some shit like that. I could see something.
That's assault, brother.
It would either be drinking or running my mouth, and I don't know how I would get in trouble for running my mouth.
A lot of times, those two go together very nicely.
Running my mouth for sure. That would be like, or booze. I can't really think of anything else, dude. I'm not a killer. I'm not like, it would literally have to be that. I would think.
I would say for me, it would be a bar fight. Would probably be the most likely.
See, I don't even know if a bar fight would be like my thing.
Well, that's drinking.
It is, but it would take a lot for me to do something.
Yeah.
Like I've always kind of like I'm a big like I'll run my mouth for fucking days. I'm not the person who's gonna punch you first unless like somebody puts hands on my mom or somebody puts hands on like my best friend. Like and it would have to be egregious.
I should ask my wife this. Like, hey, what do you think if you ever got a phone call? Like, hey, you got to come.
I'll ask my mom and be like, hey, if you ever got
that will bring it up in Mea Culpas. I'll ask Laura. You.
I think that's actually like really fucking good.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna ask Lori for her top 3 reasons why she'd have to come pick me up.
That's not bad.
All right.
Do I still have one more?
Yeah, you have one more.
I would like to know this about you. What's a skill you don't possess but you would love to have?
Oh. It would be musical.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to be that guy. Like, you know how Prince could play every instrument?
You're so fucking outrageous, dude. Like everything about you is outrageous. It's not just like, hey, you know how like you have that one friend who can play the guitar pretty good? You're like, no, you know how Prince like, yeah.
Well, hear me out, man. What I'm saying is he could go in and he could play the piano.
Yeah, bro, but we're not talking about you playing an instrument like Prince, dude. I
didn't say I want to be that good. Actually, all right. I'll dial it back. It would be piano and play the piano or play the guitar. I just think that would be so cool.
Play the piano like Billy Joel or play the guitar like Jimi Hendrix. That's what you're trying to tell me. Right?
Well, hey, that's the lightning round. What's it's all about.
No, I don't hate it. You have high aspirations, man.
What's yours then for that?
It's gonna sound so stupid. I wish I was able to manage money way better.
Well, that's something that. Well, everything is something you can learn. But learn that. I think that's, to be honest with you, I think that's easier than learning to play the guitar.
I don't know, man. Like I think that's a skill. Like I think that's 100%. Something that is like. But you're right. I think it's learnable. Like I think that's something that maybe that's like I'm not gonna wait until New Year's. I want to get on that now. Like be able to manage money a little bit better. But
you can probably take continuing ed courses at the local community college on that.
Probably, dude. It's fucking crazy how that's not a class that you take like in middle school, but I'm supposed to.
Dude, I should honestly. I have said this for years. I should teach a life course at a local high school. Change a tire. Change a tire.
How you take a tequila bottle and make it into a fucking bowl.
That's a life skill. It's a life skill. That is a life skill. And I can give you a list of people that have smoked out of it and enjoyed themselves very much.
Want to know what though, dude? Okay, so here's one for you. Let's say you take a life skill class. What are 5? I just want 5 skills that you would want to teach somebody. I have a couple off the top of my head that I think would be really good.
Well, change a tire.
I was going to say change oil.
Change oil was another one. So change tire, change oil. I think those are huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
drive a stick shift.
That's a good one. I still don't really know how. I know how to work a clutch, but my dad had one arm and one leg, and the arm he had was the left. So like he grew up with stick shift, but you can't really.
Yeah.
Nothing there, so that's a good one.
Something else that you could use: learn how to swim. I think everybody should know how to swim.
I can swim, just not good at it.
If you're out in the lake and your canoe tips, you should be able to swim to shore.
It'd be dicey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That should be.
Well, if I had the canoe, if I could hold on to the canoe while I was doing it, I'd be in.
I think you should know how to I think a guy should know how to tie a tie.
Yes, that's a really fucking good one, dude. I can actually tie the fuck out of a tie.
But that's something that every guy should know. I think there should be a basic level of manners that you understand and how to conduct yourself. Like so, all right. So we had this guy on the podcast. The next morning, I sent him a thank you email. Yep. But do you know how many people don't do that kind of stuff? And it's just so dumb. You go for an interview. That's another thing. You should learn how to interview.
You should learn how to put together the correct resume.
Yeah.
Like these aren't ridiculous things.
No, but they're things that people don't teach. You should understand a mortgage, how that works.
Yes.
Yes.
1,000%. You should be able to understand what a 401k actually is, or like an IRA or Roth or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
Lord, my wife makes fun of me because I still write checks to pay bills, and she's like, "You are a dinosaur."
dude, it's fucking crazy, man. I went to Siena College. You would think that like these are all shit that I wish I knew, but I had to take an African music class. I had to take astronomy. I had to worry about the fucking stupid stars, dude. Like that's the dumbest shit ever. Ever.
Did I ever tell you that? So I took there was this girl in line because I was picking classes, and she was a rocket. And I went to take this class because she was in it, and I was like, "Oh, I want to meet her." And it was astronomy.
I did that with church when I was like 13. I swear to God, I went to church for like 3 months because this girl Emily went to church. She's baddie. I even went to a church retreat in Syracuse.
Oh my God.
But like I was interested in it too. I was
not interested. I got confused between astronomy and astrology. And the first day I'm like, wait, this isn't about the signs and stuff. I'm like, this is math. I was in so far over my head.
I like a drug rug, like fucking like sweatshirt on, a puka shell necklace, dude. You're like Osiris fucking skater shoes.
Yeah.
You're the dude. You're the dude from Clueless. You're the skateboarder from Clueless, the dude with the long hair. Do you ever see the movie Clueless with Alicia Silverstone?
Yeah. I don't remember
the dude who like I think he tries wheeling her. He's the guy that they go to like a skateboarding competition. Like that would be you.
Maybe. All right. So my last one for you. I'll go with the easy one or the funny one. Would you rather have wings, a prehensile tail, or the ability to breathe underwater?
All right, a couple questions here. I don't know what a prehensile tail is.
A prehensile tail is like a monkey, how it can hang or pick stuff up.
I don't give a fuck about that. And what was the first one? Wings?
Yeah, I'd rather have wings, a prehensile tail.
I think I'd want to be able to breathe underwater, man, because I feel like I wouldn't stick out as much.
Same.
Like if I walk around with wings, it's like, oh, that's bird boy.
Well, I would think that they would fold up under,
Oh, so I could have wings, but people I could hide it where people wouldn't know that I had wings.
Yeah, same with the tail and same with the ability to breathe underwater.
See, that changes everything, dude. Although I don't know, man. Like I feel
if
like
you took your shirt off, people would know you had wings, but
yeah, and I feel like it's easier to get shot out of the sky than to find somebody who's just chilling underwater. I'm gonna go underwater.
Same.
I'd be a sick Navy SEAL, dude.
Oh, I was thinking more Aquaman line, but sure, that works too.
Nah, man, I'd bleed red, white, and blue.
I'd be swimming with the orcas.
Did you see the new Avenger movie?
The new Avenger movie?
Is there a new Guardians of the Galaxy out? Or
oh my gosh! So I have a friend. I got to be very careful here. I have a friend who has like a part-time gig, or maybe it's a full-time gig at a local movie theater.
Okay.
I have always had the dream of having a private screening. I want to go into the movie theater. I want to watch the movie. I want to be able to pause the movie to go get re-high, to get more of a slush, more popcorn. And we have tried to line this up, but what happens is the movies only stay nowadays for like 7 or 9 days. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is starting its second week run, so I think it's going to happen.
Okay.
I think it's going to happen. There's going to be like 4 of us going to the movie. And I told her, because she wants to bring her boyfriend. And I'm like, she's like, do you care? I'm like, no, but don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I go, and if I just yell out pause, you have to run up and pause it.
Pause.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but is that what you meant by the newest Marvel movie?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen it yet.
That is a Marvel movie, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Well, when you said the Avengers, I was like, wait, what?
Oh, sorry. My bad, man.
No, it's all right. So yeah, I'm hoping to see that within the next 4 or 5 days.
Okay. Yeah, let me know how it is, because I think.
Oh, you haven't? Do you watch all the Marvel movies?
I've tried to. I only watch the ones that I thought like. I like Thor. I like all the Thor movies. I like all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Wait, do you just watch them randomly? You haven't gone chronologically?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
Oh my God.
I'm supposed to watch them. So if they go chronologically, does that mean like you switch between franchises?
Yeah.
No.
Because they build off each other.
I thought you go chronologically by that superhero.
No. Oh my God, no! Because the credit. Oh my God, people are like, you nerd, Brownie. People
a little bit, bro.
In the credits, there's like clues of what's coming, and it all builds upon each other. And there's flashbacks and
but
like hidden messages.
I don't really like, dude.
Like, what do you mean? Oh, you don't like Chris Evans?
I don't like Chris Evans. I don't like the dude who has a fucking chip in the middle of his forehead. You know what I'm talking about?
Vision.
Yeah, he's a loser. I'm not a huge fan of like his girlfriend, the
Scarlet Witch, Wanda.
Hate her. Scarlett Johansson. I'd watch ScarJo any day of the week, dude. She's bad. Black Panther was a sick movie. I was into that. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think is cool. I don't think I've seen all the Iron Mans, which sucked because he's like one of my favorite ones. I love Robert Downey Jr. I think he's hilarious. Yeah. Captain America can suck my dick. I didn't. So I've watched. It's actually funny that you say this because I've watched all the Thor movies chronologically by Thors. So like I made sure I watched the first Thor movie and then the second Thor movie and then the third Thor movie. I didn't know I was supposed to watch like a Thor movie and then like a Guardians movie and then like
because then Thor's like he evolves and he becomes friends with different guys and he becomes part of like Guardians and stuff. Yeah, it's
interesting.
I think you would enjoy it a lot more if you watched it in chronological.
How many movies are there?
Oh, there's like 27 or something.
Oh, the dude who like the time traveler, he's creepy, but like I watched his movies. Those
were so good comics when I was a kid. I remember those.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was never a big comic guy.
Yeah.
But guys, that's this week's podcast. I think we kind of nailed it, dude. Heated core, BetterHelp, beers.
You got the Stanley Cup playoffs starting in this will be out Friday, so tomorrow night when you're listening to this. Ked's on Vegas, I'm on Florida. If you have an idea of a good bet for us, hit us up on our socials. Ked gets my name in a heart. I get his name in a heart and a tattoo on our asses or something. My wife would kill me.
Bro, if I got a heart tattooed on my ass and inside the heart it said Brownie, I don't think it'd be a good.
Oh my God, my daughter comes home from school with a cardboard cutout of the letter E, and the color was brown. And she goes, "Hey, Dad, you want a brownie?" And she was so proud of herself. It was awesome. She goes, "I'm Brownie too." I'm like, "You are. You're a brownie also. You're just a little brownie."
That's too funny, man.
Yeah, it was funny.
But
so yeah, and then keep an eye out. Keep eye out for the Mac Engel podcast too with Fink and I, which will be good. And yeah, enjoy the Stanley Cup Finals, man. This is what it's all about.
Enjoy the fucking weather, dude. It's been
enjoy the weather. You gonna watch outside bonfire game?
Well, dude, I'm supposed to have a bonfire tomorrow night, but I'm hearing rain. Are you getting rain?
Yeah, we are.
So I'm hearing thunder. I wonder how far. I think we checked it, like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Ish. So yeah.
Wait a minute. So if they play Saturday. Will it go Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday?
I feel like they space out the final games more than they do.
Should we try to plan?
It's not going to work, but maybe.
If you have a bonfire, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, and I just come down for the night?
I can't do that because I have a wedding next Saturday. Fever Boy Rex is getting married. Shout out.
Do you have a +1 for the wedding?
No.
This is my date, Brownie.
I was supposed to have a +1 for the wedding, but
sorry, buddy.
No, you're good, man. But yeah, so that's kind of what we have going on this summer.
Well, listen, if you're listening to this, Jerome, and you're in upstate New York next Saturday, Ked has a vacant spot at his table.
I gotta fucking figure out how to get this guy on the podcast. What would you do? What would you do one day if I text you, I was like, "Hey, listen to the pod," and you're like, "What are you talking about?" And you like updated Spotify, and it was the Morning Skate episode 288, Jerome McGinley. And he
without me, you mean? That would be. Obviously, I'd be disappointed, but that would be a
Brownie. I would give you full, like you could drive here and punch me as hard as you could.
That would be a sick burn, though.
Dude, that'd be dude. If you ever interviewed Zuccarello and without me, and you're like, "Hey, check," I'd want to fucking kill you.
Well, his birthday's coming up, July 1st.
Oh man, 1 month. But
yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna have a couple more beers.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
Yep. See you guys. Oh, shit. I don't know how to stop this thing. There it is.